So hello students, today we are going to discuss the topic rocks and minerals. Okay, this is the last topic of our chapter number 2. So we'll discuss rocks and minerals. We'll discuss here different types of rocks, as well as different like what is minerals, as well as the cycle of rock. So let's start the session. See here, you can see in your screen that any natural mass of minerals that mineral matter that makes up the earth crust is called as rock. So any substance, any natural mass of minerals that matter that makes up the earth crust is called as rock. Okay, any kind of minerals which mix which the large amount of minerals mix together and it form a rocks, and it also the rocks it form the earth crust. So try to remember the definition: any natural mass of mineral matter that makes up the earth crust is called a rock. Okay, there are three types of rocks. These are, see, there are three types of rock basically in the earth surface. These are the number one, the igneous rock; number two, that is sedimentary rock; and number three, the metamorphic rocks. Try to remember these three names: igneous rocks, which are originated from the volcano originated from the lava; and sedimentary rock, which are originated from sediments of this igneous rocks; and metamorphic rock, which is nothing but the changing form of igneous rocks and sedimentary rocks. So these three are the basic rocks found in the earth surface. We will discuss one by one. See, the igneous rock. What is igneous rock? Before going to study different types of igneous rocks, we have to know what is igneous rock. See, when the molten magma cools, it becomes solid. Rocks, rocks thus formed are called as igneous rocks. That means we know about our earth surface. We have already discussed the first layer of the earth is crust, second layer is mantle, and third layer is uh, core or crust, mantle, and third layer is core. In the mantle layer, there have only some radioactive mineral there, which is called as magma, which is in very hot state and liquid state. Whenever there is a volcano in the earth surface, the magma from this mantle layer comes out to the earth surface and it cools down in the earth surface. And under the earth surface, that means in mantle layer, it is in very hot state, very like hot condition. It is in so liquid condition. But whenever it comes out to the earth surface, this magma, whenever it comes down to the earth surface, it cools down. It cools down, and when it cools down, it solidifies. It becomes solid. Before it was liquid, it becomes solid, and that way one type of rocks is formed from this lava, and that is called as igneous rock. Igneous rocks are also called as primary rocks. It is also called as primary rocks because it formed first time in the earth surface. If igneous rocks is originated from volcano, it formed for the first time in the earth surface. As well as if you see the other type of rocks like metamorphic rocks and sedimentary rocks, these are also formed from this igneous rock. It is basically formed from igneous rock, originate from igneous rock. Okay, so it is called as primary rocks. So igneous rock, why igneous rocks is called primary rocks? Because it formed in the first time, as well as the other type of rocks originate from this type of igneous rock. Okay, try to remember these 2 points. See the igneous rock. Here you can see one volcano here. So when volcano, the red color, it shown the red color shown the magma layer. When there have a volcano, then magma will come out to the earth surface. When magma is come out to the earth surface, it is called as lava. This lava, when it comes down to the earth surface, it becomes cool. It cools down, as well as it solid. It becomes solid. When it becomes solid, then it creates some rocks, and this rocks is called igneous rock. Igneous rocks are of two types. Are of two types. See, you can see here some magma is coming out to the earth surface. This is you can see here the earth surface. Some magma are coming out to the earth surface and it becomes the rock. Some magma coming out to the earth surface and becomes rock. This rocks is called as, its name is given, extrusive igneous rocks, which originate outside the earth crust. Outside the earth crust, it is called extrusive igneous rocks. But some rocks are there, some igneous rocks are there, some lava, when it's coming to the earth surface, it unable to come to the surface of the earth, unable to come to the earth crust. So it solidify inside the earth crust, inside the land, inside the crust layer. It solidify inside the crust layer. It unable to come out to the earth surface. So this type of rocks, igneous rocks, are called as intrusive igneous rocks. Intrusive igneous rock. You can see here one side intrusive is showing. This intrusive rocks, it is basically from inside the earth surface. As well as extrusive rock, it basically from outside the earth surface. Okay. Next, see, these igneous rocks are of two types, as I already told you. First one is intrusive, second one is extrusive. Intrusive and extrusive. Intru means inside the earth, extru means outside the earth. The rocks, igneous rock, which are from outside the earth surface, it is called extrusive. The igneous rock which are from inside the earth surface, it is called intrusive. See the definition here. Intrusive, extrusive igneous rock, outside the earth surface. When the molten lava comes on the earth surface, it rapidly cools down and becomes solid. Rocks formed on such a way on the crust is called extrusive igneous rocks. The rocks which are formed by solidification of lava outside the earth surface, is called extrusive rocks. The example is, one example is given here, basalt rock. Basalt rock, one type of extrusive igneous rock. Always remember outside, extrusive means outside. And intrusive igneous rocks, the second one. Sometimes when the molten magma or lava unable to comes out on the crust and cools down inside the earth crust and becomes solid, then it is called as intrusive igneous rock. When sometimes this lava, this magma, it's coming from the inside but unable to come to the earth surface, and it cools down and solidify inside the earth surface and it becomes a rock. Okay, this type of rock is called intrusive igneous rock. This example is granite rocks. Granite is a intrusive igneous rock. Always remember, this intrusive igneous rocks, it is not visible, but if we dig the soil, then we can get this intrusive igneous rocks. It is under the soil. First, we have discussed igneous rocks. It have two parts, extrusive igneous or intrusive igneous. Now, second one is sedimentary rocks. It is very important to know. See, the rocks which are formed by the igneous, formed by the volcano, it is called igneous rock. When these igneous rocks rolls down, crack and hit each other, when these rocks roll down, hit each other and it gets cracked, then it breaks into small particles. If it rolls down, it will break small particles, as well as if it hits each other, then also it breaks and it generates some small particles. This small particle is called as sediments of the rock. These are called sediments of the rock. These loose and small sediments or small particles transported and deposited by various means. The rocks are breaks down, small sand have created. This sand will be carried down by the river, this sand will be carried by the wind, and it will deposited somewhere else. But this thing is happening every day. These sediments are depositing every day, transporting every day. After a long period of time, millions of years, after thousands of years, this deposited material, it becomes solid. It becomes solid under the pressure and heat. Under the pressure from atmosphere, it is getting everyday heat, as well as it will get the pressure. Because of that, this sediment which was deposited there, it becomes a layer wise structure and it becomes solidified, it becomes hard, and these are called sedimentary rocks. Okay, sedimentary rocks basically create from what? Sediments. The sediments which are created from the igneous rocks, it deposited somewhere, and after a long period of time, this deposited material, under the tremendous heat and under the tremendous pressure of the sun, of the earth, it becomes solidified and it becomes layer and it becomes hard, and these hard sediments are called as rocks. These rocks are called as sedimentary rocks. Simply see, last line, simply we can say that the rocks which are created from the sediments are called as sedimentary rocks. The rocks which are created from the sediments of igneous rocks are called as sedimentary rocks. Okay, so these are the sedimentary rocks. You can see the layer, different colors and different layers of the rock. These are deposited in different time, so it getting the different types of layers. So sedimentary rocks, it have layer. Always remember, it will have the layer. See, some example of sedimentary rocks is sandstone. Sandstone is one type of sedimentary rocks. So sedimentary rocks, it's important you should remember this. Sedimentary rocks contain fossils of plants and animals and microorganisms. Only the sedimentary rocks, it used to contain the fossils or different types of fossil, whether it is plants, whether it is animals, or whether it is microorganisms. These fossils are basically found in sedimentary rocks. Next, number 3, we have discussed number 1, number 2. Now next you see metamorphic rocks. See, metamorphic rocks is nothing but it is one kind of igneous and sedimentary, but it is sense form of igneous and sedimentary rock. Under the tremendous pressure, tremendous heat of the sun, the igneous rock, after many years, after long years, after 1000 years, after 2000 years, this sedimentary rock, it can change into metamorphic rock. It changes it from, okay, igneous rock also same. After 1000 of years, after 2000 of years, this igneous rocks can change its form and it becomes metamorphic rocks. You see the definition. Under the great heat and pressure, the igneous rocks and sedimentary rocks can change its character and form. Metamorphic rocks. Okay, metamorphic rocks are nothing but just the sense form of sedimentary and igneous rock. It is nothing but the sense form of igneous and sedimentary rocks. Okay, so for example, you can see the marble is a metamorphic rock which is created from limestone. Limestone is a what? Limestone is a sedimentary rocks, and from this limestone it changes character and become marble. Okay, marble patthar, we can say it marble patthar. This is metamorphic rock. It is a sense form of limestone. Limestone is a sedimentary rocks. Okay, see the metamorphic rock. It is one kind of metamorphic. It was igneous rocks before and it becomes metamorphic rocks. That means it has changed its character, form, because of tremendous heat and pressure of the atmosphere. Next, you see uses of rocks. You can write anything, any uses of rocks. It basically uses for making roads, houses, buildings. It for play many stone related games. Many stone related games are there. For that we use rocks. For constructing a bridge. For constructing a bridge, we can use rocks. For making statue, rock statue, we can use rocks. So these are the simple use of rocks. You can remember, you can write anything, whatever come in your mind, whatever you have seen in your society, you can write. Next is one important point is that rock cycle. So rock cycle, that means as water cycle. Water cycle or cycle means what? It's cyclic manner. It is round. It is moving round. So cycle means it is rock cycle means it is a process where the rocks are changed from one character to another character. Okay, see See the definition of rock cycle. In the earth, under various processes, one type of rock changes into another type of rock in a cyclic manner. This process of transformation of the rocks from one to another is known as rock cycle. In the earth surface, the igneous rocks becomes sedimentary rock. These sedimentary rocks become metamorphic rock. This metamorphic rock again become igneous rock. This is a cyclic manner. From igneous rock, it becomes sedimentary, metamorphic, then again igneous rock. It is this process is happening every day, and it is in a cyclic manner. It is a circle manner, and this process of changing of rocks from one type to another type, it is called as rock cycle. Okay, see the picture. You can see here. First, you see in top part there have igneous rocks. Igneous rock. From igneous rock, weathering and erosion occur. It breaks down, the igneous rock, it breaks down by various processes, by rolling down, by cracks. It creates sediment. Igneous rocks, it rolls down, it creates sediment, and by this sediment is transported and deposited by some like agent of the environment, like wind, by rainfall. These sediments are carried down by the river, carried down by the wind, and it deposited somewhere for thousands of years. After depositing for thousands of years, this sediment becomes very hard and layered structure, and it becomes sedimentary rocks. Okay, this sedimentary rocks, it becomes sedimentary rock, but after millions of years, after thousands of years, after tremendous because of tremendous heat and pressure of the atmosphere, these sedimentary rocks can change its character and becomes metamorphic rocks. Okay, this sedimentary rocks, it becomes metamorphic rocks under heat and pressure of the atmosphere. Okay, it is not one day process, it is a long process, thousands of years, millions of years. Okay, see, sedimentary igneous rocks become sediment, sediments become sedimentary rock, sedimentary rocks becomes metamorphic rocks. This metamorphic rocks again can melt by the again can melt and becomes magma. It can, so metamorphic rocks, it can melt if there have some process or like earthquake occurs. This metamorphic area goes under the earth surface, then it will become magma again, and from this magma again igneous rocks will form. Okay, this is a cyclic process. From igneous rocks it becomes sediment, from sediments it becomes sedimentary rock, from sedimentary rocks it changes from and become metamorphic rock, again metamorphic rock becomes magma, and from magma again igneous rocks form. This is a cyclic manner. From igneous rock, start from igneous rock, goes sedimentary rock, metamorphic rock, again igneous rock. Again this cycle will rotate. So that's why it is called as rock cycle. See the explanation. In your screen you can see line by line. It is mass that when magma comes out to the earth surface, it cools down and becomes solid and forms igneous rock. When magma comes out to the earth surface, it cools down and becomes solid, and it forms igneous rock. These igneous rocks are broken down into small particles by various ways which are transported and deposited somewhere and form sedimentary rocks. This igneous rock, it will breaks down and it will carried down by some agent, by various ways, and it will deposited somewhere, and after millions of years these deposited sediments will become the sedimentary rocks. Okay, it will become the sedimentary rock. Next you see, again these igneous and sedimentary rocks, when this after millions of years, this igneous and sedimentary rock subjected to heat and pressure, and they change into metamorphic rocks. These sedimentary rocks and igneous rocks, after millions of years, they will get atmospheric heat, atmospheric pressure, and they becomes the metamorphic rock. This metamorphic rocks again goes under heat and pressure. At last it melts into molten magma. This metamorphic rocks, after millions of years, it will go under the pressure and heat, and it will melt down again, and after melting it becomes the magma. This magma, molten magma, again can cool down and solidify into again igneous rock. This magma, it goes under the earth surface, it will come again to the earth surface, and it will become the rocks again. Rocks means igneous rocks again. It started from igneous rocks and it be again end with igneous rocks. Okay, this was the rock cycle. Okay, next you see the minerals, the last topic of our today's session. The minerals. What is minerals? The minerals are the naturally occurring substances which have certain physical and chemical properties or chemical composition. Minerals are some naturally originated substances which have some physical quality as physical property as well as chemical property. Okay, these are called as minerals. Minerals, you can give any kind of example: iron, sulfur, aluminum. These are all minerals. Okay, try to remember this point: mineral, what is minerals and what are the example of minerals. Okay, okay student, thank you for today. This was the topic, this was the classes for today. I hope you have understood. If you have any confusion, you can directly ask me. Okay, thank you.